So you've spent a year and a half here. Tell me a story about something that really touched you, where you really realized, boy, this they've helped 43,000 people, but it's one person at a time.
Chose to work with Saudi Criança in the first place was because I've always loved working with kids, and like last year I volunteered a lot in the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
Saudi Criança has a recreation room there.
Yeah.
There's one kid there, Carlos Eduardo from Cadu. He's this little kid. He's a really sweet kid, and he just loves to play video games. And I guess he had a form of cancer, and he was completely bald.
Uh-huh.
So every time he came to the room, he would
I met him. I met him the other day.
like rub his head because he's such a sweet little kid.
Yeah.
And then I talked to the mom too, and getting to know her. In the hospital room, she always seemed happy. She always gave me a smile. She said, "Hey, how are you?" And she was always laughing with her kid. But every time she came here, when I saw her, I would ask her, "How are you doing?" And throughout the months, as I got to know her, and as I got to ask her more personal questions,
Mm-hmm.
it's just the things she's gone through. It's kind of amazing how even
They can get up. How they can even get up in the morning,
Exactly.
and face it.
I don't remember the exact details, but I remember being so surprised by just the severity of her problems, and then how she appears in others, like happy, and she's taking care of her kid, and the kid, despite his disease, he's laughing and smiling.
Yeah.
That was an individual case, but seeing in general, sometimes I do the help with the initial registration of moms who come in. Just seeing the difference of their, not just the appearance, but sort of their whole, they're
Their
very
outlook.
low. Yeah, their outlook. Just like the difference between that and the difference between moms who graduate is just completely different.
Yeah.
I think that is very,
I think Vera talks about Saudi Criança takes people out of misery and puts them into poverty, and misery is dangerous, right? Misery is life-threatening. Poverty is stable.
Yeah.
People have the basics, and it's great. You're right. You see people that are in all stages of this thing, and I think I met this mother and the kid when I was over there, and because you're right, he's a sweet kid. But I asked her, of all the Saudi Criança things that she does, what is most helpful, and she said the bus fare. Because without the bus fare, I couldn't get any of the other stuff, and it just really hit me that something as simple as bus fare could break the whole chain, and Saudi Criança gives them the bus fare, And then I asked her if she'd done the profession, and she said no. She goes, "I'm here in the hospital all the time, but I want to, But right now she's just stabilizing her kid, and that's all that matters to her, right? She comes all the time.
Yeah, she's there all the time.
Yeah, that's interesting. Good.